Hey everyone, it's Jordan here with a full self-driving 14.2 video on our Hardware 4 Model X. I did a drive on 14.1.4 about a week ago. It was not very fun, but I've seen great promise from 14.2 so far, so I wanted to go on a drive that I've been working on or thinking about doing for quite a long time. We're gonna start in Manhattan and we're gonna go to JFK Airport. And we're gonna loop through the terminal a few times and go to 3 of the different departure zones. And then we're gonna head back to Long Island City all the way over here. Now, there's gonna be a lot of highway driving involved with this. So I'm gonna speed up a lot of that. It's also 8:55 in the morning on a Sunday. And I normally wouldn't do videos without traffic, but this drive is impossible and torture beyond belief. During rush hour, we could sit on the Belt Parkway for well over an hour, and I didn't feel like putting myself through that, and I figured this was better served to be a little bit of a shorter video. I probably will do it again with the rush hour traffic in the future, but for now, we're going to start on 45th Street and 1st Avenue right by the UM, and we're going to see how the car does. So they've changed some settings and the ability to do the self-driving settings before we start. We're going to be in Mad Max the whole time. We're going to do we'll park at the first one. We'll see what happens. I don't know what it's necessarily going to do because we're going to an airport. It's not a parking lot. And then maybe we'll do curbside for the other ones, but we're going to drive on Mad Max, I think, which is the most important part, and we'll see how it does. We're about 25 minutes out from the airport. And immediately off the curb, there's not a lot of traffic, so it should just go pretty straightforward. That's really nice. And we're gonna make this left right away. There's a yellow. Okay, that was good. And off we go. To stay on the Van Wyck, which is the left here. Looks like that was a nice move. Look at that. And then it's got to get over, I think, and get on the Grand Central or the Van Wyck here. Very complicated little interchange. And something that is often messed up by human pilot all the time. There we go. That's good so far. We got to get all the way over to the Van Wyck 22C-D. That was a nice interchange. Beautiful. Just kept with the flow of traffic. Everything's super easy. This has been solved on full self-driving for a while. It's just nice to see that it continues to do it right. Then we got to get off right here. And off we go on the Van Wyck, which is perpetually under construction. We'll see how it is today. The airport. We've made it through the initial entrance to get into the airport, which is under construction, and now we have to see how the car handles the signage here. I don't have any clue how it's going to work. All the signage is messed up. It's got to go to Terminal 1, which is number 1, green. There's a bunch of international airlines in this terminal. It should get off, I believe. I don't even know where the exit is. Jeez, the whole terminal's under construction too. Alright, we gotta get over and get off right now. Looks like we can do it. Okay. Let's see if it reads the departure signage and everything correct. So it's getting all the way over. It's going to departures, I think. Look at that. We're going to departures. And we switched to curbside because I didn't want it to like go hunt for a parking spot in the garage. I wanted it to pull up to the parking as if we were dropping someone off. Terminal 1 is not that crowded. I'm curious to see if it tries to get to the curb or if it just drops us off out here. Let's see. I'm going to just let it do its thing. It would be a completely acceptable thing to just drop someone off on right here actually, but let's see, because there's a lot of people coming off the curb. I wonder if it's going to try to pull in or if it will just stop behind them. Probably what it should do is probably pull in here. Let's see if it does it. Oh, this cab is moving. This guy's in the street. See, and there's the jitteriness gone from the street parking stack. Or just the driving stack in general. All right. Let's see. It really wants to get me on the curb. It's waiting for this guy. It thinks he's leaving. The car saw him get in the car. Oh, and there's the car reacting immediately to the guy pulling in. It's really trying to get me on the curb. Look at this. And this is actually great. I'm totally fine with this. There we go. That's perfect for a drop-off location. You know, people pull in real quick. They do that. We're on the curb pretty much. Drop off at the airport. And now we're going to go to Terminal 4 departures. So we kind of have to leave the airport for this. This is tricky, obviously. Coming off the curb at the airport is never easy. Seems like we have a clear shot. Terminal 1's usually a pretty quiet terminal. It's not like Terminal 4, which we'll go to now, I believe. So this is a crazy little route we have to take. We pretty much have to leave the airport and go all the way around to go to Terminal 4, I'm pretty sure. But let's see what happens. So there's no road markings, nothing. This is straight up just driving and guessing at the same time. This is ridiculous. The roads are being built in front of us. There's a new terminal being built right here. There's a huge roundabout. Okay, we're immediately off. That's great. We're going to Terminal 4 now. So it's got to go the way it's going, which is right. It should keep doing what it's doing. it's got to understand that we should be going to just Terminal 4. See, that's Terminal 4 departures. We're going the wrong way. I don't think it understands that departures is completely rerouted through a different mapped road network. Let's see what it does, because that road is brand new and wasn't there probably 3 weeks ago. Oh well. It's going to be in for a rude awakening when it tries to do this, and there's nowhere for it to go. Yeah, here. There you go. There's the original departures. It's no longer there. This is arrivals, I'm pretty sure. How is it handling this? Or is it going to park because I set parking and not curbside is the question. Let's see. We're gonna have to disengage because we're passenger pickup and not TLC, and the car did not understand that. We're gonna re-engage right now. This is why I wanted to go through departures and not arrivals. This terminal is a mess. It's non-safety critical. We just are in a TLC plate, so we couldn't go that way. Alright, and the light is green. This Uber shuttle's not even paying any attention. Let's see what it tries to do. It should just pull in here. The thing is, go that way. We're being directed around. It looks like this is handicap only. Alright, we're going around based on the hand gestures, which is great. Now we're sitting still. I'm going to switch this to curbside, see what happens. It thinks that it's at departures, or does it? I think it thinks that it has to go all the way back out and around. Let's see if it parks along here, and if it doesn't, then we'll just remove this and call that a mapping related failure. Still kind of annoying. Okay, and it's cutting over. This would be okay if you were picking someone up. Obviously, this is a bit of a tricky situation because I don't think we're ever going to get to the curb. I wonder if it will try to dive to the curb right here. Really wants to like be on the curb in these versions. or in these drives. Might never get to the curb. Let's see. It's not me being honked at. This is tricky because I asked it to go to departures, which has a completely different, cadence. This is the arrival section, which, if we were waiting here, this would be acceptable. I wonder if it'll just stop here, call it a day. All right, we're just pulling up. I think it should just stop here. And it does. All right, well, that's actually pretty good if you were getting picked up somewhere. We have to leave the airport one more time to go to Terminal 5. Let's see if it works properly this time. I'm gonna also hope that we can get out of the airport. This is a really tricky exit. Really difficult to get off the curb here. I'm gonna switch to curbside also for this one. All right, that was great. People stick their nose out like this all the time. It's letting this person go because it's being nice. Okay. That great. We're essentially being waved out of the airport here by the police, who have no idea the car's driving itself. And what's brutal is Terminal 5 is right here. But this is not a legitimate way. You can't just cross over that exit line there. You have to go all the way around. You're not supposed to do to do that. This is interesting. Is this even an exit? Or we just, yep, this is an exit. Wow. Okay, but the real exit, oh shit. All right. That is one of the craziest exits I've ever been on. Look at the way it redirected around that. Okay, we're going to Terminal 5 now. Let's see if the car can actually get to Terminal 5. Look at the undulations of the road here. Woo! It's like a roller coaster. Oh, man. The whole airport is just under construction here. They're building a brand new terminal right in front of us. They're building a brand new parking garage right here. It's crazy. And we should keep right. This is actually all part of the new road network. There's the old road network right there. This is not mapped. None of this is mapped. We are relying 100% purely on the car's vision and guessing, which is the same way that I would drive through this. Okay, so it should get to the left lane for Terminal 5 departures, to the right for arrivals. Let's see what happens. This is all brand new again. I think it's gonna go the wrong way. Okay. We'll see. Come on, stay to the left. Up, it's going to arrivals again. Oh, this is so challenging. So tough. Arrivals is right there. Or right here, departures is right there. They redid the whole airport. None of this makes any sense. It's clearly not mapped yet. The car thinks that it can just get over. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is authorized vehicles only. This is definitely not the right way to go. It thinks it's upstairs is the problem. Oh, it's a wrong way sign. Let's see if it turns around. It thinks the gate's gonna open for it. Nope. It's not opening, buddy. All right, I'm gonna have to disengage and turn around. And let's re-engage right here and see if it goes through the airport somewhat correct now. It's probably just going to go to arrivals, which is tough, and we should wait one more time. There's a guy just stopped here, and there's also just a lot of cars in the blind spot. All right, that was good. All right, just dropped us off on the curbside at arrivals. That's tough, man. That's really tough. Really, really, really tough. The roads, the mapping really messes this up. All right, I guess at this point, let's drive back to Manhattan, or to Long Island City, that is. I'm gonna start driving. I'm gonna come off the curb, and we're gonna go. There's definitely still some work that needs to be done when it comes to reading signs at the airport. This airport is an absolute shit show right now. So in a slight change of plans, we're gonna go to LaGuardia right now too. There's not a lot of traffic, it's only 20 minutes. Pretty crazy to be able to do that. We're gonna go to Terminal C, and then we're gonna head back to Long Island City. The way that it's navigating to get out of these situations is crazy. There's really no signage. All the signage is temporary, the mapping is completely wrong. Even though we ended up at the wrong locations, there's been no unsafe driving, I guess. This is just ridiculous. I mean, there's literally a wall that the airplanes like have there's like planes right to our right. This is like all an active construction zone. It's crazy. But let's go to LaGuardia. It's only a 20-minute run. Normally, this is a full like hour-and-a-half extravaganza to get from one airport to the other. But let's do it. We're going to take the belt, which is horrible, and we'll go that way. This. Wow, that's a crazy situation. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna clip that. Holy moly. I didn't even see that car until like really late. Wow, look at it rip through this. We gotta get all the way over to Terminal C. This is pretty hard. To get off the cross island like that and get to Terminal C, look at these lane changes. My lord. So this is an easy airport relative to JFK, more so because they finished it recently and the airport isn't just a unmapped disaster. Let's see how it goes. I still think that we have to go like loop around like it wants us to, but let's find out. I don't even know if this is taking us to departures or arrivals either. There was no like marking for this one. I'm very curious to see what it tries to do. It may just be taking us to the parking. If it does, then I'll have to disengage and pull us out of the garage. This is the brand new Terminal C right here. I have it set to curbside. And these roads are all brand new. Everything is brand new. This is Terminal B over here. Used to be able to get to D, but there is no more D. Only C. I really have no idea where we're going. If it's going to be departures or arrivals, this is where we need the sentience and the ability to read these signs and pick. It looks like we're going to try to go to departures. I hope we're going to departures. I want to see it go to departures. All right, it's moving over, but I don't know. I decided I didn't want to move, which is good. All right, we are going to departures. This is great. This is what I wanted. And what's also interesting is the road is mapped. It looks like properly here, which is nice. Center lane is express drop-off, or sorry, center lane is priority. Express drop-off is a left lane. This cab isn't even on the street. What the heck? Okay, we're going to express drop-off. I see, it's an only taxi location. That's why they were doing that. I understand. Well, it's good it can go there. This is express drop-off. It should just get to the curb here. I don't know what it's doing. Uh-oh, it doesn't understand that it's going to leave the airport. Oh, it's because it thinks Terminal D is still the correct terminal. This is tricky. They haven't remapped any of this yet. See, there's the new Terminal C. And it's just taking us to a random location because Terminal D used to be here. This is gone. All right, well, that's another fail. It's going to have to learn these things a lot more clearly. Let's go back to the city now. I'm not going to let it try again. Oh, that's so frustrating. It should understand that at this point. Should we go to Terminal B and just see if it works? Add stop. We're already here. LaGuardia Terminal B. We'll reroute quick. Let's see. Go right, go right, go right. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, because it thinks it has to do this weird roundabout way for the airport. All right, let's just call it a day with the airport torture. There's a stop sign here. There's a guy walking on the side of the road. Let's just go back to the city. This is a guy that stopped too. Let's see if it goes around him quickly. This cab is about to cut us off. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. What an asshole. Oh my god, he almost flipped the cab over. Holy cow. And those are the people that you're putting your life in those people's hands. glad we got to see this. This is a tricky interchange right here. There's like 5 lanes. Half of them go back on the highway. Half of them go over this bridge. This is a really tough merge. Been in this area many times. Ooh, this is such a weird merge. Okay, that's really good. This guy's got his tail out. Let's see if it kind of like goes around him. That was great. Look at this. And now this is a left turn lane. We don't want to be in the left turn lane right now. This guy's got his wheels turned and the light's green. This is excellent work from the car. We got a lot of complicated situations. And this guy's kind of stopped. They're making a right or a left from the right turn lane. I don't know what the heck they're doing. What the heck? Look at that. All right, bumpy here, but we're doing great. Driving like a New Yorker, to say the least. This is so good. Almost at our destination. I think it's probably just going to look for street parking in the immediate area, which there is none. Let's see if it just pulls onto the side of the road here, makes a left. That's going to go all the way around the block, I think. It's interesting. Let's let it just do its thing. All right, well, we went all the way around the block there, and honestly, we should have. It's really not legal to make a U-turn there. This is actually an unbelievably good spot. It's right between 2 driveway entrances. The car pulled all the way over, did everything it needed to do. Wow, an insane drive. So what is the takeaway? The takeaway is the maps suck. The maps suck, and so does the airports. They both suck. We need better maps. We need the airport to be done. We need both airports to be done. We need the car to read signs, so in the interim when the maps aren't great, the car understands how to read these ridiculous terminal signs. It seems like it will probably get there, but for now I would say avoid the airports with full self-driving if you want to be dropped off at departures. And that's really all. I think the rest of the drive was incredible. We got some really great clips. I am gonna go and grab my laptop and start editing this one immediately. Really glad everyone could join for such an unbelievable and somewhat painful drive for me. Until next time, have a good one. Thanks, subscribe, like the video, follow me on X, and have a good day.